On this week's episode of Today I Would Like to Share
Cursed Spatula.
Mattress Firm, the mattress store.
Unlikely candidates.
Hello and welcome to Today I Would Like to Share, where we take the time out of our busy lives to share the things important to us. My name is Jordan, and with me today I have a man whose voice gradually gets higher when he is first introduced, Kyle.
Hey there, everybody. I'd just like to say hi and that it's good to be here today.
And a good friend of mine who always sings his introductions, Andrew.
Hello and welcome. It's me. It's Andrew. The best out of the three hosts.
Oh, Andrew, actually I heard that one went triple platinum, so congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm heading into LA on Saturday to accept my Grammy. I'm pretty happy about it.
Oh, this must be the late Grammys, because I think the Grammys were like a couple weeks ago. But hell yeah, that's
Nah, I mean they just give them out all year
Oh, okay.
I'm sure
for
that's how it
stuff like
works.
this. For stuff like this.
Hell yeah.
You know, I would argue that best host thing, but, I'm not.
I'm sure you would.
I mean,
but,
clearly
you
he's
know,
the best.
the Academy is spoken.
Yeah.
I mean, we tried doing this with just us, Kyle, and then Andrew came along and it took it to the next level. So.
Oh, no, I meant I can't. Like, there's no way I could argue against that.
Oh yeah,
It's just too true.
Well, I'm not gonna ask how you guys are doing because I'm a piece of shit,
Oh.
and I think Kyle, you should just start.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I guess if you're gonna be like that.
So rude.
Today, I would like to share with you another story. This one is titled "Title" because I wrote this entire thing during lunch today. The ideas they were just flowing to me, so I kept moving.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me bring us into this. It is a busy day in the town of Brunch. There is a heavy umami smell in the air, for tomorrow is the annual cook-off, where all the short-order cooks put their skills to the test to make the perfect brunch dish. People are running about gathering ingredients, perfecting knife skills, and tweaking recipes. But one cook is doing none of these things. In a small hut on the outside of town, Jerry's dad lays in bed, white in the face and weak. Jerry holds his hands as he sheds tears and does his best to hold back sobs so he can hear his father's dying words. Jerry, you must take my place in the competition. Win. It is your destiny. But Dad, I'm not a cook. I've only just started my training. Dad? No! Jerry's dad slips out of consciousness and his hand falls from Jerry's. Dead.
Damn.
Dad, how am I supposed to win? Why did you leave me now? Jerry puts his face in his hands and cries, his despair taking hold of his body and not letting go. Cursed Spatula, a voice whispers in his ears. Suddenly, a face appears over Jerry's shoulder. Jerry jumps up in surprise, spinning around to look at the culprit. It was a gross-looking man with a matted beard and soiled skin. Oh, it's you, delusional Dirty Dan. What's this about a spatula? Jerry asked. Cursed Spatula, delusional Dirty Dan whispers again. You must travel to the cave of El Dante. Sorry, said that wrong. You must travel to the cave of El Dente and recover the cursed spatula if you want to fulfill your father's wishes. What? Why are you here? And why are you eavesdropping? I'd have you beat for trespassing. Spatula, delusional Dirty Dan whispers one last time before sliding into the darkness and disappearing. Jerry looks over to his dead father with a stern look on his face. I'll make you proud, Dad. Hustling around the room, Jerry puts some provisions into a bag and throws it over his shoulder. Then he moves to his father's kitchen, grabs his prized knife, and slips it into his belt. Bursting out the door, he makes his way into the woods. After a relatively uneventful trip, Jerry finds himself standing in front of El Dente Cave. He strikes some flint and steel and lights a torch, making his way into the darkness. The cave is narrow and walls damp as he slowly navigates over rocks deeper in the tunnel. After not too long, the tunnel starts to open up into a medium-sized room. The floor is more level and clear of obstacles. Across the room is a small tent and a campfire. A greenskin sits at the fire, stirring a pot over top. Hello? Jerry calls out to the greenskin. Gah! The goblin screams as it scrambles to his feet and pulls 2 daggers. Whoa there, bud. I don't mean you any harm. I'm just trying to find some spatula. Little man invades homes. Flabo the Flayer home. Now, Flabo kill you and wear your skin. Flabo extends his 2 arms outwards into a T-pose and begins to spin faster and faster until he looks like a tornado. Then, without warning, Flabo begins speeding towards Jerry. Jerry steps back and falls, nearly catching a dagger to his throat. When he hits the ground, a couple of onions fall out of his pack, scattering across the floor. You can't run forever, little man. I will wear your skin, Flabo says once again, speeding towards Jerry. But this time, Flabo catches his foot on one of the onions that fell out of Jerry's pack, causing him to stumble. As he moves forward and tries to regain his footing, he falls right on top of his 2 daggers, stabbing himself in the chest. A soft sigh escapes his lips as he bleeds out. Holy crap, Jerry says as he kicks the dead greenskin. I guess I'll just keep going. He travels down another tunnel until he reaches a room much like the first one. This time, there is a rise in the middle with a stone and the handle of a spatula sticking out of it. A hole in the ceiling lets in daylight, illuminating the room and the spatula. Moving up onto the rise, Jerry notices a plaque that reads, Behold the great cursed spatula. Power awaits those who wield this magical item, but beware those who try to pull it from the stone. Only those worthy may break the bond. Jerry rubs the back of his neck and anxiously. Geez, I don't know if I'm worthy of this thing. I don't know. Maybe this was all just a waste of time? Jerry takes his seat on the ground next to the spatula. Maybe I'll never make my dad proud. On the other side of the room, another boy enters the tunnel. He makes his way to the rise and walks over to Jerry. Oh, hi there, friend. Are you here for the spatula too? Oh gosh, is that it there in the stone? The boy walks up to the spatula and gives it a soft tug. It gently slides out of the stone and the boy holds it up to his face to get a good look. Doesn't really look cursed to me. Jerry stares at the boy with surprise on his face. Was it really that easy? Or is this boy just better than him? He was here first. He deserves a spatula, not this boy. The look on Jerry's face changes to one of malice. Well, this is great, the boy says. My family is going to be so happy. We will be able to make the best food around and we can finally save our family business. My parents, they're not going to have to yell at each other at night anymore. The boy is smiling with glee as he starts to put this spatula in his pack. Behind him, Jerry quietly walks up to him, his hand moving to the knife on his belt and slowly removing it. The next day, Jerry stands at his booth for the annual cook-off. He's wearing a floppy chef hat and an apron that says hot and spicy, and the food is good too. He is holding the cursed spatula in his hand straight up and in the face of a young man full of regret. 3 judges approach. So, Jerry, what do you have for us today? I'm sure whatever it is will make your dad proud. Jerry just stands there silent for a while, not sure if saying anything will really do anything at all. Finally, after an uncomfortable amount of time, he lowers the spatula onto the counter and drops his hat on the ground. I can't, Jerry says, and begins to walk away. He makes his way home and into his bed, throwing the covers over his head. Das Ende.
Wow. Bravo. That's a tragic story.
Yeah.
Of revenge.
I don't know, man. I was sitting around and I'm like, what if a boy tries to make his dad proud and he just ends up killing a younger boy? That's funny, right?
I did learn one thing.
What's that?
It was a goblin, right? The green skin?
Yeah, green skin.
I learned that spin to win doesn't work for goblins.
Yeah.
Strange. Works
They
for
got-
most other creatures, yeah.
They got small feet, so like if they hit the smallest object, they're just gonna tumble.
I think another important lesson to take from this is always bring a couple onions,
Yeah, true.
no matter where you're going. Who knows when they'll be useful?
Well, yeah, that's true. And think about it. Onions are actually pretty practical. They can make people cry, too. So, hey.
Yeah,
And they last
I can't
a
tell
really
you-
long time.
They last forever. I can't tell you how many times I've been out abroad, and I'm like, wow, I wish I could make this person cry, but just don't have anything on me. If I had brought an onion, problem solved.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times my life depended on making somebody else cry. So,
Yep.
it's good to keep around.
What a great group of guys we have here.
But
I want to.
sorry, yeah, go ahead.
I kind of maybe you don't know this, but I'm just curious. What would Jerry's dad had made had he not died for the competition? Do you have any idea?
So I'm assuming that he invented the burger,
Oh.
Okay.
which is why it was Jerry's destiny to get the spatula, because everybody knows you need a spatula to flip a burger.
And
But,
he-
Is Jerry's dad Tommy Burger, the inventor of the burger?
Is that a real thing?
No.
Is that,
No,
I
it's
was gonna say,
certainly
not.
is the inventor of the burger really Tommy Burger? Because that's fucking dumb.
he did say that he needed to turn his family business around. I wonder if it was like Five Guys or something. And just
Hey.
ran by 5 of them.
Well, I mean,
Five
that
Guys
was
is good.
that was the little boy who got killed, that Jerry killed.
Yeah, no.
Oh, we should maybe check on Five Guys. Are they doing okay? Have they lost a son?
I'm gonna go into Five Guys and just talk to cashier, like, did Five Guys lose his son?
Are you guys okay?
And they're gonna be like, you want bacon with that? And I'm like, no, I'm good.
Let's
Just a
leave it to
concerned
our
citizen.
let's leave it to our like 6 viewers. Do some market research for us.
Yeah, find out if Five Guys lost a son or not for us and report back. Thanks.
We expect comments on YouTube.
Don't forget
All
to
right.
like and subscribe to figure out what happened to the Five Guys son.
Guy's son, yeah. Story for future times. Five
On next
Guys,
week's
son.
episode, today I'd like to share an exclusive 20 for 20 interview.
Investigation edition.
So since I shared a story this time, my question for you guys would be, what are the next 2 prompts that you would like to hear me write a story about?
I want golden skin tight boxing shorts.
Oh, that's a good one.
All right, golden skin tight boxing shorts.
That's good.
Very descriptive.
Why don't you give me some sort of creature, Andrew?
Oh, okay. Chupacabra.
Oh yeah. I smell a Bigfoot in golden
Chupacabra.
skin tight boxing shorts
Oh,
fighting
man.
a Chupacabra coming up.
Chupacabras are a lot less violent than they've got a rap for.
True.
Oh, wait, are you telling me I'm gonna have to research chupacabras? Conspiracy
I mean-
corner. Craig can just teach us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
That
Thanks
was
for
a
sharing.
great
Thank you very
story.
much.
I can't believe you wrote all of that during lunch.
Yeah.
Did
yeah,
you even eat lunch?
I did. Okay, so as you guys know, I eat super fast, and I ate lunch in like 4 minutes, and then I just took like another 15 minutes to write the story.
I think
That's
it
true.
would be a disservice to our audience if we didn't find out what you had for lunch.
Oh, what did I have for lunch? Oh, okay. So I've been doing this thing lately where I get like a medium-sized pizza skin, and then I just make half of it a pizza and the other half cheesy bread, and it works out really well. So you just like cut it in half, and you cut the other like one half like the pizza, and the other half into like strips.
Yeah, that sounds really good. But for future reference, can you never call it pizza skin again?
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, holy shit, we were just talking about
Yeah.
skinning somebody's face
Dough.
and then...
It's the dough skins. You've never heard it called dough skins before?
No.
No,
Oh,
I've
I've
heard it
heard
called
it
pizza
called
dough, and
It's
then
a
no
thing.
mention of skin or any other kind of serial killer type topics.
Because you got the pizza dough, right? And then you had to bun it. You know, you had to roll it into spheres and then refrigerate it to let it rise for a little bit. and then you put it through the sheeter machine and turn it into a skin, so it's all skinny and pizza shaped.
Or, just flatter dough.
Or just call it flatter dough. Hey, could you hand me some of that flatter dough? Thank you.
Or just, can you hand me that pizza? I need to cook it. Type thing,
Or at least get a little scientific. Let's call it an epidermis.
No, see, here's the weird part, though. It's actually the subcutaneous.
Yeah.
Of the pizza?
Yeah, no, the pizza. The pizza skin is actually equivalent to human subcutaneous.
You know what scares
All right, hold
me
on.
about this?
If we're gonna stick with this analogy of that, the dough is some part of the skin. What does that make the toppings that are exposed and above the dough? Is that the innards? It's like a reverse person, where their insides are on the outside.
You know how like the epidermis is a layer of like dead, just folded on top of itself skin. That's the toppings. They're just kind of tossed on the top.
So in your mind, all of the pizza, toppings included, is the skin. There are no meat bits or fleshy parts.
In a skin analogy, yes, I think so.
Okay,
Well,
just wanted to clear this up.
Kyle just ruined my topic for next week. I was going to do a bit on what Kyle thinks about before he goes to sleep, but I think we just uncovered
Figured
that.
it out. Yeah. Mystery solved.
Yeah. Never ask me to explain something further, because I will.
That's why I always
Clearly,
ask.
Kyle has too much time to think on his hands.
Yeah. That's why I don't drink alcohol anymore, so and that kind of like dumbs the brain down, makes me think less. So now it's just all the time.
I heard that you can smash your head into a wall and that'll make you think less. Just a tip.
I did that once in high school, and I smelled strawberries for 2 days after that.
Well, I'm glad you corrected that because, man, I would have called bullshit if it was oranges. But
Yeah.
strawberries?
Total
All right.
bullshit.
I can see it. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So today, I want to share a little store that you guys probably know about called Mattress Firm. You ever heard of that? Mattress Firm?
Sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
That's the legal group, right? Legal consultant group, the law firm by Richard Mattress.
You know? It wouldn't surprise me if that was actually a thing. But
I just want to
unfortunately-
say, dude, you had me going for like 6 seconds. I'm like, oh yeah, firm. That like they are called law firms. Oh, wait, that's fucking. There's no dude named Richard Mattress.
that's fucking bullshit.
He goes by Dick Mattress, but yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I have a friend for him. His name's Dick Warlock.
But anyways, no, Mattress Firm, the mattress store. You guys, I mean, I grew up in the Lansing area, and there were probably at least 10 of these, like,
Those-
within a couple miles.
Those
so.
are the ones that are just like really tiny buildings on the side of the road. They don't actually have mattresses there. You just order it and then they deliver it from somewhere else.
Well, they have mattresses there, but, like, you can't buy them from there. Yeah, they order them. But, like, you pick
Yeah,
out one,
okay.
you test them. But
It's
anyways.
a chain of mattress stores. Yeah.
Okay.
So, you guys want to know what connects Mattress Firm to the Reddit thread? What conspiracy theory do you 100% buy into, and why?
I always have time for conspiracy theories. Yes.
All right. Well, I'm going to take you to a comment that had over 41,000 upvotes
Oh God.
and sparked hundreds of responses in a matter of hours. And the crazy thing about this, it's a conspiracy within a conspiracy because it was mysteriously deleted within a couple hours after
Thank
it was
you
posted.
to Internet Archiving.
Exactly. All right, so here's the post. Mattress Firm is some sort of giant money laundering scheme. They are fucking everywhere and always empty. I remember seeing 4 mattress rooms all on each corner of an intersection once. There is no way there is such a demand for mattresses. Edit. A few people seem confused. I'm talking about multiple of the same mattress store, all in close proximity to each other, not different mattress companies. Like, if there are 4 different companies all next to each other, I get that. But there are the same company. Take a look at this Google map of 3 mattress firms all within 500 feet of each other. And he posts a link with it, and it's literally... Here, I'll post this link in of this article that I'm reading so you guys can actually see this map, because it's ridiculous. And then, like, I got to thinking about it, and it's like, yeah, I've seen this before several times. Like, it is... kind of makes a point. And there's an estimation that indicates that there are at least 9,200 mattress stores in the United States. By comparison, there are around 1,200, 700 Starbucks in the U.S. So it's like, that's massive. But anyways, it just goes on with a bunch of crazy stuff. It's like, most of us don't buy 2 or 3 mattresses every day, so it certainly has all the trappings of a conspiracy theory. But anyways, so yeah, like, he deleted his comment, so a lot of people are thinking that, like, maybe Mattress Firm hired somebody to go take him out. Or,
Fucking big mattress killed him.
Yeah, exactly. But what's crazy about this, one poster stated that, here's what he typed. He said, "Surprise! Mattress Firm is owned by Steinhoff, which is currently embroiled in a money laundering saga." Which is 100% true.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Yeah, so basically Mattress Firm is owned by a guy or a group that was at the time currently embroiled in a money laundering saga. And there's not a ton of information about this because it was all deleted, obviously, after it was posted. But shortly after all of this went down on Reddit, several thousand of these mattress firms shut down. The company claims that it went bankrupt and they all shut down before any legal action could have been taken against them. So,
Well, I mean, that's one of those things where it's like, listen, if you do this, you're going to look real fucking guilty. But if you do it, they're not going to have the evidence to prove it.
Right.
and
It's so weird that this guy, like, just had a wild hair idea, having, like, brought down a mattress company.
Right.
How do you launder money in a mattress firm, though?
That's
Like,
what
can't
I'm
you
saying.
just launder money in any business? Because it's
can,
just like
yeah.
taking in cash.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but like through orders. Like when you're
Well, I mean,
ordering.
what you can do, and like the extent of my money laundering knowledge is based on the Ozarks TV show.
Yeah.
Right.
But and then like reading articles and stuff, and I'm not trying to tell people how to do it by any means, but what they mostly do is like reinvest in the business and spend the cash that way. So like
True.
that cleans it up. So you just build another mattress firm across the street, and then all those construction costs can clean the money.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily do it, because if they see... I think what you would have to do is, you sell a mattress. This mattress costs $3,500. And then you go, you know what, I'm going to give you a discount. I'm going to give you a discount. It's going to be $2,500. And then you just make up that $1,000, right? Because like in the Ozarks, aren't they like money laundering? Like it's a strip. He gets a strip club, and then but there's a whole bunch of cash, and the business takes some, and you just add more in from the dirty money.
Well, yeah, but there's like a restaurant too, and he launders money through ordering, like upgrading the restaurant, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't get super far in that series.
Gotcha.
I mean, none of us are obviously experts on
Experts,
money
Oh,
yeah,
laundering.
yeah,
yeah.
obviously.
But I assume that I mean, you can almost do it with any business. So I don't think there's anything specific about owning or selling mattresses that would
Right.
stop you from being able to use
Well,
it
yeah,
as a
and
laundering scheme.
the sketchy thing about it to this guy was, you shouldn't see four of any businesses at an intersection.
Yeah,
on each
yeah.
corner. Like that's
Yeah.
not something that should happen. And anyways, to get to the bottom of this article, the people who wrote this article said, "We've reached out to the mattress company Steinhoff to see why it has stores piled up on top of each other. And we tried to reach out to OP to see if they've been abducted by aliens or if the CIA have abscended with them. But we haven't heard anything back. In the meantime, don't forget, your mattress should be rotated every 3 months to ensure there are no tracking devices underneath it."
Right? I mean, mattress companies, they're into sketchy stuff, apparently. Money laundering. What else are they doing we don't know about?
Right, exactly. But no, I thought that was a fun, short little bit, and I thought it was interesting, so I wanted to share it.
I
And,
wonder if the... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
Finish
go
your
ahead.
thought there.
I was
I
just
was
going
just
to
gonna
ask
say,
my question.
I was just gonna say, I wonder, like, if the OP got like a cease and desist letter or something from the company. Like, if they're in the middle of a legal battle about some other money laundering that they were doing, they probably already had lawyers like ready to do all that stuff for him, and he could have been told to delete his post from a lawyer from the mattress company.
Yeah,
That's true. I mean, that's very possible. So it's not that hard to like. I mean, if you have lawyers on that, they're googling stuff all the time to see what pops up. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's very true. That's a good point. But anyways, my question today is, have you guys like ever had that hunch or that feeling where you're in a business and you're like, man, these people have to be laundering money or totally laundering money.
There is another revenue
Anywhere.
of profit.
Yeah, like anywhere you've ever gone.
Um,
You don't necessarily have to say the name of the place if you don't want to get a cease and desist. But
Not- not really.
You know.
Like I've never. I would say that I'm quite naive in that way, where like I don't see that kind of thing. Like
Right.
not so long ago, Steam's like real money like shop for CS:GO and TF2 got taken down because it turns out that people were just using it to launder money. So those $5,000 skins that were like, whoa, why would anybody buy that? Well, nobody is buying that. They're laundering money with it. But like I never really see that. But now that's all I can think about when I think of Steam Marketplace. And also, I heard somewhere that those mall kiosks where it's just like some dude selling candy bars and weird little knickknacks, like those are also money laundering businesses. So
Yeah.
anytime I'm in a mall, I think that too.
Okay.
Yeah, there's been stuff like that for me. And it's not necessarily that I'm like, they must be laundering money, but it's like, how are the profit margins sustainable for this to even be a business? I've thought, like, sometimes. Like, there'll be just, like, little, like, in a lot of, like, small city, like, downtown areas, there'll be, like, little mom and pop owned shops that sell, like, just knickknacks and stuff, and you're just wondering, like, how many people in this city are coming to this shop and, like, buying all these little knickknacks? Like, if this was, like, a more touristy area, then maybe this shop could be successful, but I'm, like, having a hard time imagining how this store makes any money. But it's been there for, like, 30 years, so what's going on?
Oh, yeah, actually, up north in my cabin, there is a antique shop, and I never... like really, I mean, I see people there every once in a while, but not like a bunch. And there's like, if you go in that place, it's just a bunch of shit. It's just a bunch of shit that they have a price marker on. So it's like that could totally be used for laundering money.
Yeah. That's true. A lot of antique stores, too, are, like, cash only, so...
And it's not like you can keep an inventory of all that bullshit. So, like,
Yeah.
no one's ever going to be like, let me see your books. It's like, no, there aren't any books.
I've got a bunch of old books back here. Some are $5, some are $3.
I have a Clifford the Big Red Dog, and it's only missing 2 pages.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, thanks for sharing your conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks
That's
for teaching us how to launder money, but not really.
And, I mean, you know, Idiot's
I think-
Guide to Laundering Money.
I think we learned the hard truths about laundering money today and why you shouldn't do it, because somebody on Reddit's going to call you out.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, not only that, but also the power of Reddit, which is a weird sentence to say, but
Yeah. That will get us down a rabbit hole of the whole "we did it, Reddit" of all the terrible stuff Reddit's ever done. If we keep
Yeah.
talking about the power of Reddit,
That's
Yeah,
true. I think
I-
the power of large communities,
there
the
we go.
power of
Whether-
love.
whether they're using that for good or for bad.
The power of friendship.
The power of hand dicks.
Oh,
Sorry.
Dick fingers.
those turned
Dick
out to
fingers.
be not so powerful.
Yeah, it turns out that dicks aren't very good for picking things up. Dicks are
No.
horrible fingers.
It's a little better if they're aroused, but not even that much better. It's like
Yeah, unless
awkward
the thing
chopsticks.
is circle in shape. You can just put it through the ring, but that's about it.
Oh, is that a personal experience?
No, maybe. We'll settle on no.
He'll tell us the real answer after we're done recording.
Right. Okay.
What have I ever had fingers that were
that's-
dicks and then try to pick up something that's a hole like a
Yeah.
donut?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about vaginas. God, shut up, guys.
No, we're not.
How are you not?
I wasn't.
Hey, this is all content for today I'd like to share after dark.
Inquiring
Oh,
minds
right.
want to know.
I don't. I don't think any inquiring minds want to listen to me.
No,
Well-
just your stories. We're only here for your stories.
Yeah.
True. I know you guys just mute me the rest of the time. And you just go, haha, yeah, Kyle, every once in a while to keep me appeased.
See, that's the thing though. I have to meet you guys, so it's all new to me when I'm editing it. I just
I
kind of
don't mute any-
respond when I think somebody says something.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah,
I don't
you must
ever
be-
mute anybody
You
ever.
must be fucking psychic. Andrew's over here like, wait, I actually listened to you guys. Like, fucking
Am I the
sucker.
only one participating?
I mean,
No, you're not the only one participating. You're just the only one listening.
Well, that's full participation in my mind.
Don't bring this grade school
You know
bullshit
what?
in here.
yeah,
This
we
is
all
exactly what I'm bringing in here.
Hey, we're all winners here. We all get first place medals.
No,
That's what?
I've never.
Okay.
You know what? People say that stuff happened. That never happened to me.
Never happened to me.
Like
either.
I have younger cousins too. That never happened to them. What schools are doing this? I don't know any of them. I think people are making it up, or it's like 3 schools total did it.
Well,
I
dude,
agree. But
Even if that shit's true, like
So
the-
what?
the one, yeah,
yeah,
but,
so,
um,
yeah.
but like I see that where it's like oh yeah, all these like millennials and gen whatever the fuck we are, like they all want to they think they're special because they were given ribbons like for doing nothing. And it's like, who the fuck gave us the ribbons? We were children. We weren't asking for them. We wanted candy. You gave us participation trophies.
True. Real quick though, before we go down a rabbit hole, we should probably move on to the next topic.
That's a guess. Thank you very much, Jordan, for sharing.
Thanks, Jordan.
Absolutely.
Today, I would like to share a game I like to call Unlikely Candidates.
Yeah, games.
The 2020 presidential race is heating up, and even though it seems too late for 2 new hopefuls, they've definitely entered the race. Jordan and Kyle are running for president.
Thank you. Thank you.
Today, you'll both be competing for my support by delivering a speech. Your goal is to move me with your cause with an issue-focused stump speech. So, just like the other major establishment candidates, you have a team writing your speeches for you. You didn't write these. But your campaigns are woefully underfunded. So we couldn't afford human staff. Instead, I've hooked you guys up with an AI software that will do the job just fine.
Yes.
The AI writer has developed a few options for the intro, middle, and outro of your speeches. And I'm going to ask you guys a few guiding questions to make sure that you both have a speech that speaks to you as a candidate.
Right.
Okay, so
of course.
Jordan, the first calibrating question goes to you. What do you take a hard stance on, petty crime or the use of the word moist?
The use of the word moist.
Okay. Just going to make a quick note here so the AI knows to deliver the correct intro to you. All right, Kyle, calibrating question for you is, what do you like more, mayonnaise or dolphins?
Dolphins. Mayonnaise is fucking disgusting.
I didn't ask for your which one you hated or any opinion
That's fair.
on if you do.
Okay.
They're both fantastic
You're
options.
right. You know what? You're right. I'm going to be a
I
politician.
win.
I got to
I
stop
win.
having opinions.
I already won. Nobody likes opinions.
All right, last calibrating question. This one goes to the first person to reply with a legitimate answer. Would you rather address a scandal in your past or rally your base?
Scandal in the past.
Oh, all right. Jordan was the first to answer. And you get to address a scandal in your past. That's perfect. All right. So I'm going to give you guys your intros, your middles, and your outros. And what I need you to do is deliver the speech. However, feel free to ad-lib any, like if you want to do a micro intro before the one the AI team wrote for you, feel free to do that. You can add your own transitions if you'd like as well. But the basis of your speech is already written. And I'm going to send you guys the links to your speeches now that the AI is done formulating the process here. Kyle, this one's for you. Jordan, do not open this link.
Okay.
And Jordan, this one is for you. Kyle, don't open this link.
Will not.
All right. Let me know when you have both open, and then we'll decide who goes first.
I am open and ready.
I am open also.
All right. So to determine who goes first, I'm going to need you guys to tell me the last time you've had a Cheez-It.
Oh, probably 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay, then
Kyle?
definitely me. I've had them within a month or two.
All right. Good job. You win, and you will go first.
Oh, man. Do I get a first place trophy for eating Cheez-Its most recently?
I'll mail you a little Cheez-It trophy.
Yes! Actually, if you could just mail me Cheez-Its, that'd be great.
One loose Cheez-It in an envelope.
Oh, God. Okay. I'm going to try to read as little as this is possible. And then come right into it. Hello, everybody, to Grand Rapids, Michigan, where I am running my campaign for President of the United States. The Democratic Party would just benefit from having me run. I'm glad that I'm able to do this, and I have all of you supporters out here. Now, I want to make a strong stance. My opponents say we shouldn't push petty crime like stealing gum from a store. Sorry, we shouldn't punish petty crime from stealing gum from a store. I say it's just as strong as stealing meat from a butcher. We should make a distinction. A criminal is someone who lives off stealing and killing others. If the law lets him do that, then we ought to break the law if we can. We should not punish this petty crime. What? Oh, man. Okay. But if we do, I should be able to break the law just like him. The laws allow you to steal from the corner store and not from the butcher. It says it's okay to shoot someone in the chest in the name of personal rights, but it's not okay to steal from the counter store. Horsepucky. Now, let me talk about our oceans. Very important. When it comes to international relationships, there is no more important step than befriending the dolphins. The campaign explores the human origins of the dolphin-human relationship. Their gentle relationship and frequent bath time could have something to do with their vital role in the ecosystem. My campaign manager, Professor Higgins, good man, That's why it says, that's why we focus on dolphin relations, because they are so important. Nothing more important than dolphin relations. It's something most relevant and important. It's something that's most relevant and important to us. But Professor Higgins is not arguing that all of the actions and behaviors of panda bears are irrefutably natural. Now, again, I want to thank you all for coming out. And in these last moments, the moment has come. The revolution is now. Take my hand and join me as I set out. You are with me now. You are so clearly in the system. We can't go back there. We can't let this stand. There are many ways to end it. A lot of people I speak to who are open to this idea and are scared and don't want to discuss it because they're afraid they'll be cast out from their families. But I just want to say that I will be waiting for you. They will be waiting for you too, but we can work through this together. The media has spoken. The liberals have spoken. We will see who wins this vote in May. So let's unite. Let's take our nation back, baby.
Woo!
Thank you. Have a good day.
Preposterous.
Man.
All right, great speech. You can obviously tell this was written by an AI.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like it was like halfway through the first one, where I'm like, oh right, I'm like this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense because it was written by an AI.
You mean your talented campaign workers?
Yeah, Professor Higgins. Thanks, Professor Higgins. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, we have another candidate. Jordan, feel free to give your speech.
Hello, everybody in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where I'm running my presidential campaign. My name is Jordan, but you can call me Johnny Two Fingers. That's what all my friends call me, and, well, you guys are all my friends. So, they said we couldn't ban words like moist and sweet, though such words have historically been banned on both the states and Congress level, because it didn't harass or embarrass or tend to create a state of emotional discomfort or unpleasantness. However, they also said that this ruling could have an important national effect by improving the national reputation of people who speak in a positive manner about our nation's pride and its originality, and thereby creating a more tolerant and democratic society. Whew, no periods. It's
That was all one
preposterous.
sentence.
My campaign, however, addresses mayonnaise and other spreads like no other. Always ready with new recipes and unique recipes with ingredients that you wouldn't get at any of the main fast food restaurants or chain stores. I'm so excited to share more interesting foods and recipes with you. Keep checking back as we work together to make a better world. I've posted many homemade no-bake treats on Facebook and Twitter, and also share on my website. Check it out. Now, it's been unfortunate that my past has come up. You'll hear impossible promises from some and outlandish lies about my cosmetic surgeries from other, but I'm a person of the people, so I've decided to share my truth for everybody's benefit. When I was just 11, I went to a plastic surgeon and had 5 major surgeries. I had part of my jaw cut off, my breasts were boosted, and my neck surgically extended. Regardless of the surgeries, the people will decide who to vote for. I really believe this. I know people have already been through this, and they see us coming with a clear message of, this is how you're going to vote. It's been a pretty incredible moment for me, where, I feel very humbled by this. I think there are going to be a lot of people out there that are joining me in this journey. We'll see.
Oh, great speech.
That
All
mayonnaise bit was fucking great, dude.
Yeah, that was great. So, you know what? You both win. You're both president.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Can I steal gum from the store, or was I trying to stop that? I really don't know. My opinion flipped halfway through the paragraph.
Yeah. So let me tell you about what I used to make this game.
Yes, please.
I used an AI neural network called Talk to Transformer, and you can use this tool too. It's called talktotransformer.com. Mm-hmm. What I did is I fed the neural network a prompt, and it filled in the rest of the text. So the intro sentence, or even just a few words of the intro sentence for a lot of these, are what I put in, and then the AI ran wild. So I broke it up into smaller segments so we could get some variation in what the AI was talking about. Because one thing I noticed is if you got like a bigger piece of text, it would just be rambling on about the same thing. Yeah. Or sometimes it almost looked like it just copied and pasted an entire section of a website on there for you. Like, all right, this has people's names and stuff on it too. That's like Professor Higgins. That like popped in because of some article, I assume. But a few of these I did use more than one prompt so that it would get back on track. The dolphin one I had to do that because it just like stopped talking about dolphins, and I was like, hey, wait, that was the whole point. But then it did randomly drop in panda bears into that one, which I thought was funny.
I was really thrown off by that.
But yeah, I do have a question for you guys to go along with this too. But before I get to that, one thing I will say is this tool is hilarious. I recommend just playing around with it. Again, it's talktotransformer.com. It will finish any prompt, and it will also create prompts for you if you just want to see what it can do. It has like a drop down for different genres, so it'll just create a sci-fi prompt for you or whatever kind of genre you're looking to autofill. But the question I have is, what are some obvious uses for this auto-completion that the neural network can do? Can you think of any other thing that we could use this for?
Captures.
Captures?
Well, no. Well, sometimes there's captures that are just like random ass sentences. So like, maybe.
Oh, like the security captcha?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I mean that would just confuse me because it's like not human speech.
So, and I today I would like to share an idea that I have written down that I don't think I'm gonna do. Is a game show about Urban Dictionary sex moves, where I would give somebody the name, like the name of the sex move, and then have them guess what it means. But using an AI to come up with that kind of thing would be pretty fun.
That would be. I agree.
That would be hilarious. That actually reminds me of like the original idea for this game was going to be more of a quiz style show. Mm-hmm. I noticed that Joe Biden had been saying a lot of stuff that didn't make any sense at all. Oh my God. I was playing around with this tool and I was reading it and I was like, this sounds like Joe Biden talking because it just doesn't make sense. There's like not like a singular train of thought in any of this. So I wanted to do Joe Biden quotes or AI quotes and make you guys guess who said it, if it was an AI or if it was Joe Biden. But I couldn't find any. I couldn't find any documented nonsense quotes from Joe Biden. So.
Did you hear the one where he said like 158 million Americans die from gun violence?
No, I did hear the one where he called somebody like a dog-faced pony show or something like that. Like a person from the audience, and they were like setting him up for a good question, and he just like turned on him and called. I can't even remember the exact quote. It was a little longer than that too, but it was something like dog-faced pony show was part of it. It was wild.
Yeah. Biden really doesn't know what's going on, does he?
Yeah, I'm afraid he's kind of like senile or something. Yeah. It's something going on there for sure. Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny about this? I almost did a very, very, very similar topic using a bot, but mine was botnik.org. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but go to that and play around. Basically, you could choose from a bunch of different like shows or people or whatever. You click on it, and then it gives you a randomly generated keyboard, and it refreshes after every single word you pick, so you can create like a story with it. So it's kind of cool. Awesome. Actually, I discovered this episode off of the F Plus podcast, what you told me to listen to.
Yeah,
they used
that's
it.
a good one.
So it's kind of cool. But I'm glad I didn't do that, because it'd be pretty similar. So that was a great game, though.
That was fun.
That's one of my favorite games that we've done, I think. So
I always like reading random stuff with enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say, Jordan, you nailed the mayo part. I
You
thought that was
did,
gonna like
yeah.
mess somebody up completely because it switches to talking about recipes. and stuff.
Yeah.
And then both
Well-
of you delivered the outro really well. Like the outros are so discordant to the rest of what you're saying as well. Like you have to like change your tone for both of them. But you talking about how your breasts were boosted and your neck was surgically extended was pretty
that was
great.
good. That was good.
And Kyle's calling for the revolution. That was
Yeah.
I'm like, what revolution? I was so confused.
Well, for the mayo part, I read it before. Like, I was reading in a little bit of it while Kyle was going, and like I was still listening. But I was like, man, I gotta really do my inner Paula Dean for this.
way less butter.
And then the moist intro had no period, so I tried doing it all in one breath. So I started going really fast towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually really that moist intro. I didn't like put in any of the political words except for ban. Well, all I typed was they said we couldn't ban words like moist. That was it.
That's what
It
you
Added
typed in.
it
I
added
was-
the and sweet, and it also like made it completely political. And I was like, well, that worked out nicely.
I was gonna ask you, like, what did you type in for that? And also,
Yeah.
is there like a political debate like tab for that?
No,
Or-
no, I
Oh,
never
really?
used like a drop down that made it specifically political. But I think if you look at the beginning sentences for each of them, like it makes it seem like it's in political context, or at least I try
That's
to.
true.
Like you'll hear
Yeah.
promises or the moment has come, like talking about revolutions, obviously political, international
Right.
relations. I added that. My campaign and then mayonnaise before, but that didn't make it political though. I tried, but so I tried to like seed the idea to the AI that these were political in nature, but didn't always pick up on it.
It's almost like the mayo part. My campaign addresses. It's like a commercial campaign or something.
Right? Yeah. And went marketing. Yeah.
That's funny though. That's a good time. Guess we should probably wrap it up, huh?
Oh.
Yeah,
I
man. Thanks for
suppose
sharing.
so. Yeah. No problem.
Well, that about wraps it up for today. I'd like to share. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, as Snoop Dogg always says, it ain't no fun unless the homies can't have none.
Goodbye. Only my soul. That's all I lost.
Thanks for listening, and keep an eye out for another episode of Today I Would Like to Share.
Yeah, and make sure you look us up on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or any other podcast app of your choice.
Once you find us and give us a listen, please leave us an honest review of what you think of the show. You can do so at Apple Podcasts.
And YouTube.
Or send us an email at contact@blamoindustries.com. That's contact@blamoindustries.com.